Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2024 Weinerschnitzel Fantasy Football League Format Show. Now, I'll explain. Just give me a minute, and we're going to get this going. You're in for a good time, I promise you. All right? So, you may not know me. That's perfectly fine. I'm not sure how many of you I know. Maybe we crossed and passed things somewhere. But that's regardless. We're here about football. We're here to have a good time. So the whole purpose, the way this whole thing came about was me and Josh, we were talking, and he wanted to do something to rejuvenate the league, to give it a little extra oomph for this season. So what we're going to do is we're going to spice things up. There's going to be a simple things, but it's gonna add some juice to the league. We're going to be going through divisions. So the divisions are going to be completely redone. All right. Now, typically in years past, by what Josh told me, there were 10 members in the league. This year there are 12. So there's 2 new additions. All right. And so now instead of having 2 divisions of 5, we're going to have 2 divisions of 6. So you have 1 extra person in each division, but the divisions are going to be completely different. They'll be randomized. We'll go through that at each point. And not only that, but we're also going to be picking out the draft order as well. So instead of previous years having the date set and the lobby opens 1 hour before the draft and you just got to deal with what pick you were given an hour before, we're going to do that today. And you are going to have 12 days to do mock drafts based on your placement so you can practice and put together a championship team, hopefully. So this is something that hasn't been done before. So hopefully you guys like this video, what we're going to put together for you. Now, I know what fantasy football is about. Now, you guys have a series league money-wise. That's like a big prize. I would love to be part of that. But I'm a champion myself. I know what it's like, the excitement coming around. So I am excited to put this together for you guys. And I'm just going to kind of wing it, do my format, and hopefully this works for you guys, and you guys are excited for it too. So the first thing first we're going to do is Josh. Now, not only is this his league, obviously, but he is the commissioner. So one thing that we're doing a little bit different there this year is he is going to have a co-commissioner with him. That co-commissioner is going to be Ryan Moody. All right? Now, the main thing that the co-commissioner, in this case Ryan, basically is going to be doing with him this year is not only did they determine that they want to stick with 2 divisions instead of going to 3. So they discussed that. They discussed the theme for the league, which we'll get to that in a moment as well. And I'm sorry, I'll be drinking this stuff a lot. This is my unofficial sponsor of Pure Leaf Iced Tea. I love it. It's fantastic. Get some if you've never had it. But most importantly is that trades. So when instead of Josh just being the one voice that has the total say yes or no in regards to whether a trade is going to be accepted or vetoed, Ryan is going to be the other voice in that, and they collectively will be discussing the trades. Now, I've heard whispers that apparently Zach has a history of making bad trades. Now, I don't know if it's making them or offering them. I don't know. I just heard things in the air, but supposedly this would be something that would prevent that to kind of have more even to it. Now I don't know if it's something if they would necessarily go back and tell you why. I just know at this point that they are going to collectively do it together. All right. So that is that. So that's the first part. Now again, keep in mind, I think these are going to be things going forward. So if you guys like these, next year it gets really, really fun. If you got multiple people going for a commissioner, to have conversations, get involved in the league, it gets really exciting. But so hopefully these things you're going to like. What we're going to jump into right now is we're going to do the divisions, okay? So we're going to have 2 divisions of 6, like I said. So we're going to have Lloyd and Harry, all right? Now, obviously, if you're movie people, like I know Josh is, I think he would be upset. Any of you guys might be upset if you guys didn't know. This is based on Dumb and Dumber, all right? So we are going to start off with that. Let's see. I need 2 hats. So I've got one hat here we go. One hat is going to have names in it, okay? The other hat is going to have numbers in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a random name of a hat. They're all folded up. I can't see anything. I reshake the hat all the time. I pull a name out of a hat. I pull a number out of the hat, okay? So if it's a 1, it's going to go to Division 1 is going to be Lloyd. Division 2 is going to be Harry. So if I pull a 1, you're going to Lloyd. If I pull a 2, you're going to Harry. Completely randomized, all sorts of fun. So we're just going to jump in, get this going. I'm going to give this one extra shuffle here. Make sure everything's good. Oh, right. Let's see, so what do we got? So the first name that we've got is Matt. All right. Let's see, where's Matt going? And we'll turn these over. I'll always look away from the hat, so this way people don't think that I'm looking to try to pick a specific number. But there's some program on the Discovery Channel about great white sharks versus orcas. That looks kind of interesting. Matt, you're going to Division 2. So we got you over here. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm a fan of Matthew McConaughey, and I'm sure you guys have heard that before. Just like that's like my little tick to like fill up like the silence while I'm waiting. Okay, Josh, Mr. Commissioner. All right, where's he gonna go? I don't know if you can hear the music in the background, but I got a little bit of music on my Apple iTunes, so if I just start breaking out singing and dancing, I'm sorry. There is actual music there. 1. So Josh, you are starting Division 1. Okay. What do we got here? Okay, we've got Haley. Now, I heard that Haley, she was the champion of the 2022 season, I believe, if that's correct. So, I don't know how she did last year, but I know she didn't win. So, the fact that she was a champion, that means she's trying to redeem herself. So, Haley is going to be in Division 1 with Josh. Yeah, once you become a champion, the bragging rights are forever great. All right. Let's see. And well, Matt, and I forgot to say, Matt, he won it last year too. So he won 2023. So I'm sure he's definitely looking and having hopes of defending and repeating. Repeating in fantasy football is hard. If you have a solid league, I got to do this over. There were two names stuck together. Yeah, if you have a solid league, I don't know about this league, but if you do, repeating is tough. So I'm sure Matt might want to try to pull that. So right now, the name we've got is Gary. Now, I do have to apologize. So, Gary, I know I wrote your name on there right now, and even though you're the only Gary in the league, when I started doing this initially, I saw there were 2 Ryans, so I wrote their last names, and then I just got hung in writing everybody's last name, and then I realized I didn't have to do that. So, oops. All right, Gary, you're going to Division 2. So you're going with Matt. Okay. All right. All right. Have you guys thought about some your fantasy football names yet? I changed mine. Was it last year? I think I had Tua Affinity and Bijan. I had a fun one. Let's see. We got Hannah Harris. I know you're the only Hannah. I know. I'm sorry. Well, this year, my team name is based on the rookies. I think, what is it? The neighbors touched my Penix. So, I thought that was funny. I'm sorry. All right. What do we got? Hannah, you are going to Division 1. So, we got Hannah up top. All right. So we've got, we're almost halfway. This next name will be halfway. All right. So it's going to be interesting now. Kelly. Where's Kelly going? And I think Kelly was one of the 2 new players this year. I could be wrong. I think, Kelly and Tiffany, I think it was. I know that was included in some of the information I was given that I needed for this. But I forget. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Kelly, you are going to Division 2. So, all right. So, we're halfway through, and each division is half full. All right, what's going to be the next one out? So I know we still got, 2 Ryans in there. We got Zach, we got Sarah, Vic, you have been pulled. Vic, where you're at right now, based on the divisions where they're showing, where do you want to go? Do you want to go with Josh, Haley, and Hannah? Or do you think you want to go with Matt, Gary, and Kelly? What's your thought? I hope you said number 2, because that's where you're going. So, Vic, you are going to Division 2. All right, after this name, I gotta pull for some ice. My mouth getting dry again. All right, here we go. What do we got? Sarah. All right, and Sarah, where is she gonna wind up going? Sarah is going to Division 1. So she is going there with Josh. Take a 10-second timeout so I can rehydrate. Okay, love that stuff. All right. So what do we got? We got 4 names left. So we got the 2 Ryans. We got Zach, and I can't remember or think of what that final name is that's missing. But I'm sure we'll find out. There's Ryan. Okay. So that's one of them. And Ryan is going to Division 1. So this is, wait, I have to be specific on the last names here, because there's 2 of you. Okay. So that's there. And then there were 3. What are you guys thinking of these divisions so far? I don't know your history and how you guys are with fantasy football. Are these kind of divisions, are they a little bit brutal? Are these divisions easy? Are these kind of, what do you guys tell me. Tiffany, there we go. Sometimes once you get to a certain point, you kind of like know, all right, even though there's still like 1 or 2 names left in there, you know whether it's a soft division, it's okay, or if it's brutal. So, Tiffany, you're going to, and you're actually, not only are you going to Division 1, but you are finishing Division 1. So, on the basis of that, Obviously, we know how it's going to pan out, strictly for formality. We've got Ryan Moody going to Division II. And then, last but not least, we've got Zach going to Division II as well. So, just to recap our divisions, obviously, as you guys can see, in Lloyd Division, we've got Josh, Haley, Hannah, Sarah, Ryan, Mag. That's how I abbreviated it. I'm sorry, I know that's not your last name. But Ryan, Mag, and Tiffany. And then over in Division 2 for Harry, we've got Matt, Gary, Kelly, Vic, the other Ryan. I wrote down Ryan Moo. Ryan Moody. And Zach. So that's Division 2. So the only cool thing about that is obviously that there's the commissioners are broken up. And I would say it seems pretty balanced. Yeah. So we'll find out. Okay, so I'm going to get these off to the side. These are done. Now we're getting to the main segment. Now, what we're doing, again, draft pick right here. These are all the names right here. We're going to be doing the same thing, except I'm just picking a name. So the name that's coming out, 12, 11, 10, and we're going straight down the order, all the way up to number 1. So it's fun. And if you need to pause the video, get something more to drink, or add a little beverage of an adult sort to it, take a pause, because this is going to be exciting for the next 5 to 7 minutes, I would say. So, all right, let's go. Let the 2024 draft order commencement begin. The 12th pick will be Josh Warner. All right, so Josh is going to be the 12th pick. Again, may not be ideal for the first pick, for the first round, but right after he makes that 12, he gets a 13. He gets a pick right after, 2 picks back to back. So that's not totally bad. All right, for the 11th pick in the Weinerschnitzel League. Wow. Ryan Moody. Oh my God, the 2 commissioners back to back. That's crazy. Okay. Shuffling of the names. The number 10 pick. Wait, that didn't feel right. All right, here we go. Yeah, this feels better. Okay. The number 10 pick in Josh's hot dog league. Tiffany. Okay. All right, what do we got here? The number 9 pick in Josh's Frankfurter League, Ryan McGinley. Okay. All right, so where do you guys like to be? Do you like to be in the bottom of the order, typically in that 9 through 12? Was your name pulled already? Is that where you want to be? Are you comfortable with that? Because now we're going into the middle section, the 5 through 8. I would say 7 and 8 are probably at least 7 and 8, maybe even 6-2. Typically, are not easy picks. So the number 8 pick for this, we've got Vic. Vic is going to be drafting at number 8 this year. Okay. All right. The number 7 pick in Josh's hot dog league, Kelly. You know, I wonder how many different words there are for hot dogs. Like, I'm just trying to think of that. There's like hot dog, sausage, bratwurst, Weinerschnitzel. Like, there's a lot, but I don't know many of them. All right, number 6. So the number 6 pick for the 2024 Weinerschnitzel League, we are going with the one and only Sarah. That's right, Sarah. She's going to be picking at number 6. She's going to be pretty much in dead center. Now, I know if I recall correctly, I think Josh said she had a decent run last year, but I think she finished 3rd. She fell a little short last minute in the playoff. She caught a tough break. So hopefully she is looking to redeem herself. Now, I will say, my opinion on I've seen 5 and up is usually always good. Now, it just depends on, obviously, who do you want to pick. Do you want that high pick to pick a running back this year? Because we know Christian McCaffrey, he's number 1. I think Breece Hall is 2, Bijan is 3. So if you want a running back, you're going to have at least a top 3 pick. If you have no problem going late with a running back and starting with a receiver first, where you've got Tyreek, you've got Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson being right there in the kind of like 4 through 7, you'll be good. But what do you want? What are you hoping for? Or are you just going to see what you're given? So the 5 pick, we've got Zach. All right. Like I said, what I've always seen is the 5 pick is pretty good. So, and like I said, here's the thing, right? We're doing all this right now. You guys have 12 days. You guys have a tick under 2 weeks to maybe spend some time doing mock drafts from your position. So I usually do like 5 or 6, just so this way you can kind of get a feel and maybe see a pattern of what players you should consistently be able to get. So you can do that now instead of just kind of going in blind with 60 minutes. The number 4 pick we've got on here, Matt. Matt, you are at number 4. So it's a low opportunity, but it's an opportunity nonetheless to get a running back. So I'll tell you a little story I told Josh about, which is brutal, right? Last year in my league, I had the number 3 pick. The guy in our league, he had the number 1 pick. He wasn't paying attention, and he was still setting up his queue, and he didn't realize the clock had begun. So while he was trying to set up his queue, the clock began, and as soon as it began, he clicked, and his first pick was Christian Kirk instead of Christian McCaffrey. So and that just snowballed down the rest of it, because I had done mock drafts expecting to get, I forget who it was, and because he bombed, I wound up getting Justin Jefferson, which was fantastic. But that was a blunder. That was brutal. So, but again, Matt, just be careful, because again, you might be planning for one thing, but you don't know what the 1, 2, or 3 are going to do. So you might have a chance to get a running back. The number 3 pick. The number 3 pick we're looking at here is going to be Haley. There you go, Haley. All right, you won it in 22. You're looking for redemption. The 3 pick is a way to do that. I have the number 3 pick this year, personally, in my league. It's just brutal. You're going from 3 and waiting so long until, 19 picks later before you get your pick, your next one. So we've got 2 people left. So who are we missing? I'm gonna take a moment just to kind of look things over here. Add a little drama and excitement here. But let's see. We got Gary. So Gary is a possibility. And both Ryans have been pulled. Tiffany's been pulled. Zach, I don't know who I'm missing. I'm not seeing it, but I know Gary is one of them. All right, well here we go. So this is the number 2 pick. That's the number 1 pick right there. Whew. Take advantage of this, okay? This can be a gift. All right? Someone's about to be upset. Someone's going to be very upset. Boom! Hannah, you got the number 2 pick. So obviously, on the basis of Hannah getting number 2, Gary, you have number 1. Let me just write this down on here. And then Gary. Okay, here we go. Okay. So this pretty much concludes the format show for setting up your season going forward. All right. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, like I said, Josh, this was all about you guys. This was for you guys wanting to rejuvenate the league and just give it a little extra oomph for this year, and then every year going forward. I'm not in your league, but again, I have no problem saying, "Hey, Josh, I'll be an outsider. Let me help them. Let me help them try to beat each other. I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to sabotage anybody. I have no investment in this league, but I just like talking fantasy football." So, again, you guys have 12 days to do things. The draft is currently scheduled for Friday, August 30th, and that is a 7:30 begin. So you figure that means the lobby would open by 6:30. So figure by about 7 o'clock, 7:10, you want to be sitting and ready. So, again, have a good season. I wish you all the best for, obviously, drafting well, waiver wires, free agencies, trade. There's a lot of excitement there. Plus the fact of all the money that's on the line, that's fantastic. I'll be curious to talk and see how things end with you guys. But you guys have a good season, and go!